Been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. Well, having said that, I want me some glory hole.
This is Silver and Blue Nation, the voice of the fans. Here's Big Game James and Producer G.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Boom, bam. Boom, bam. Boom, bam. We started from the bottom. Yeah, we back. You know that beat just takes me there. If y'all didn't get to see my earlier edition of the Dance Off with the beats, you better check that out, though. We're back. Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James.
Producer G, I see people wanting glory hole.
Glory hole.
It is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
What a huge victory.
Because if you wasn't watching us live, you missed it. We had a good time.
It was a great time. If you guys didn't see our play-by-play live in-game watch party on YouTube and Facebook Live, make sure you guys check that out every Sunday. It was a great time.
Great time.
Great reactions.
Great reactions.
Brett Maher hits the game winner, redemption, 22-19 over the Falcons.
Yes.
In Atlanta.
Yes.
Revenge themselves from last season.
Man, because that victory, there were certain games that we had to win, or well, at least I wanted us to win. And that game in particular, because everybody points to that game as the game that was the destruction of Dak. Like Dak had fell off from that point on. And everybody had brought it up because it was a straight debacle. Lee was gone, our defense fell apart. Everything seemed to unravel after that game. So to come back, and we did not play the greatest game. Cole Beasley dropped a touchdown early. As you said, Maher missed the extra point that kept him in the game. We get the we jump on them and get the 10-point lead, 19-9. The next thing you know, they're right back in the game, picking on Cheeto just as you called it. They probably looked at the tape and seen it right before halftime and went right back after him and got the touchdown. So it's what we're used to with the Cowboys. It's never a dull game with the Cowboys. You're always on edge with the Cowboys. Every game you have medicine, beer, liquor, whatever you have, but you're sitting on the edge of that game wondering what's going to happen. That's what we do.
And we're 5-5 now, and the Redskins, they end up losing the game?
I think they did lose. Tell us. I didn't get to check because we've been so excited
let us
about
know in the comments.
Let us know the Redskins because we talked about Alex Smith. Joe Theismann actually tweeted him and said, I think he may have had the injury like Theismann had, dog. And if he had that injury like Theismann did,
Fibula.
his career is over.
Let me jump into some Facebook Live and YouTube shout-outs real quick before we dive in a little bit more into some statistics and different things in this game. On Facebook Live, DD Cruz, what's up? Garrett Moore, Raw Vela, Annette, V Raider. Oh, ain't seen Raider V in a while.
Raider V, what's up, man? You know why he's in here? Because the Raiders are terrible, and he's a Cowboys fan now.
He needs something to hang on
You
to.
a Cowboys fan now, Raider. Come on over to our side. Come on over to our side.
King Me Woods, what's going on? Garrett Moore, Derek Abel, Dave DeLeon, Floyd Pera, Zach Winchell, Stephen Arthur, Pharrell Dub Jenkins, Jop Young,
the names,
Eric Doxson,
just keep them coming.
Khalil Fortes, George Randall, Garrett Moore, already said you. Keely Fortes, I probably said that one too. Michael Ray, Jose Marin.
Man,
the list goes on and
on.
James Wilkes, Jose Alsha.
Yeah.
Jamal Ebron. Brian Fitzgerald. Shane Hirschfeld. I could just sit here and name you guys' names the whole show. Jeremy Allison, Mike Robinson.
Just come on.
Vince Carter.
Tell your friends. Vince Carter or the
Vance
real
Carter.
Vance
Carter.
I thought Half Man and Half Amazing was listening.
Robert Cherry says the Redskins lost. That's huge for us.
Yes. And then we got the rematch against them, and guess what? I know they got Colt, and he did beat us, and I got you, Colt, because he's a Texas guy, so hook 'em horns. But guess what? Next week, ain't no hook 'em for you, Colt. We're going to beat you up next week. We going to get them Redskins. We going to get you Redskins. We going to get you Redskins. We going to get you.
I'm looking at Facebook Live, and I'll jump over to our YouTube commenters in just a sec. Alexander Doyle says, honestly, shout out to the O-line. Stephen Rowan says, Texans won, yes. And Barry confirmed again. Barry Griffith, the Redskins lose.
Barry the Godfather, what's up with your big dog? The Cowboys Experience. Make sure you check out the Cowboys Experience. Go to their page, like their page. Cowboys Experience. They're down with us. We down with them. They're down with we. Just go check out that Cowboys Experience and you see what I'm talking about.
Julie Guidry, what's going on? Angel Rodriguez says, we definitely have some life now. Vincent James says we got to come up huge on Thursday. Yes, Thanksgiving against who's it? Redskins.
Redskins.
Yeah. Redskins. So, hey, Colt McCoy, I like him.
I like him, but I ain't liking him. I dislike you because you're a Texas guy. That's it.
Moses Ortega, what's going on? Sarah Sean Heru, Dwight.
Man, that was good.
Appreciate all you guys leaving us comments. Billy Coat.
Yeah.
KG Gist. Mama T. Raheem
Mama
Scott.
T. What up?
And you got some stats for us on the game?
Oh, yeah, I got some stats. I believe, it was some quick ones. I believe Dak was 22 or 34, 36. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks, because y'all can see him. I haven't. 202 yards, I believe. He persevered once again. Zeke had over 20 carries. I think he had 22, 23 carries for 122 yards at the touchdown. He looked like a fresh Zeke. Remember how we were talking during the game, how he looked fresh? He looked more alive. Yeah. He looks like he's getting his feet under him. Another great game by Xavier. Now we may have to really start looking at should he stay started. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Connor Williams. He is our second-round draft pick, and he is our future. But let's not forget, Xavier was a second-round pick too. He was a second-round pick. He wasn't an undrafted player. He wasn't a player and he started a lot of games. So it's not like he's chopped liver. So what I'm saying is until Connor is fully healthy, let's keep Xavier, in that mix because that size and that power helps. And you've seen how many times were we talking about Zeke going up the middle? Did you see that long run? It was up the middle, and that means that was guard play. So that means that guy is moving people out the way and creating holes. So that's what I'm looking at. We're not saying Connor Williams is a bad player at all, but what we are saying is he's a lot heavier than you, and it's easier for you to play a guard position when you're heavier. So let's continue to look at that Dallas Cowboys and maybe keeping him in the lineup, maybe.
What's up, Eddie Double McCollum, looking on Facebook Live. Ryan Drab says Zeke had 201 total yards. Glenn Jackson says Doomsday is in the bins. Talking about the dome.
Yeah.
Ryan Stanley says Maher's so inconsistent. He misses and then barely makes the game winner.
Barely, but he made it. Okay, we don't care about barely. You feel me? But let's look. Before we say anything about Maher, me and you were talking about it during the game. Maher, when we brought him in, he was never the short distance kicker. You see the ones that he's missed. He missed the extra point. He missed a 20-yarder, and I think he missed another 30-yarder. He misses the close ones, but we picked up Maher because of that big leg. That's why they did it. If you look at earlier, he did have the 49-yard field goal as well. So he does hit the big field goal. So that's what we should look at because we're talking about Dan Bailey, how he was struggling outside of 40 yards, 45 yards because his leg. So Maher did come up big if you're looking at that aspect of the game. Also, DeMarcus Lawrence had a big game. Of course, we talk about LVE. He had 8 tackles, 4 solo, I believe 4 assists, a total of 8, had the big interceptions. How many times have we seen our team when there's a bounce ball or a quarterback throws a pass on us and we knock it up in the air and we never get the interception? That is a great play by a linebacker because it didn't come straight to him. It bounced off somebody else, and he had the awareness to catch it and intercept it. Not only did he intercept it, he took it 20 yards, so he can run after the catch. This dude is a monster. He's wearing 55 like Rolando McClain. That's who he reminds me of right now because Rolando McClain was a thumper with us. He was a thumper. He could cover. He enforced that middle. Maybe I think Rolando McClain maybe gave a little bit more of the girth size, but you've seen LVE, especially with that big tackle on the swing out where he basically threw Matthews off of and made the big open field tackle. He missed one open field tackle, but we'll let you slide, LVE. We're going to let you slide. We ain't going to trip off of that one. We're going to let you slide because you've been doing a hell of a good this year.
Yeah, back-to-back games with an interception. That is just huge. I said it during the play-by-play. I asked the question, is LVE right now as good as Sean Lee has ever been right now as a rookie?
I mean, if you're looking at I'm not going to say it's ever been because I'm going to give Sean Lee his respect. He's been an absolute dog with the Cowboys. He has been. But if you're looking at right now, it's close.
I'm talking about LVE, the way he's playing right now. Is it as good as Sean Lee has ever played at his best?
I would say he's probably playing on that level. Yeah, I would definitely. You can't take it away because what is he not doing? You know what I'm saying? Where do you see – there's probably still – he's a rookie, but even then when you listen to the veterans, DeMarcus Ware, Everson Walls, Nate Newton, all the old school people are saying the same thing. So if they're saying it and seeing it in him, I would say so. He has solidified – him and Jalen Smith has solidified that linebacking core. Now you can bring a guy in Damian Wilson has played steady as well. And then whenever Sean Lee comes back, like I said, remember I was saying bring Sean Lee off the bench to keep him saved for a possible playoff run later in the year. Well, later in the year, Sean Lee will be healthy. You've been starting LVE. So now a Sean Lee is a great luxury if you're fighting for a playoff spot down the line and he can be healthy. So that definitely helps you. And it helps even more that Sean Lee did get injured, because you think now LVE got all that good experience. He gets all that good experience. So now when you get Sean Lee come in, now it messes like a great melting pot. I'm going to stir it up and eat it. Tastes so good.
Yeah, and there was an interesting stat during the game, too, they put up on the screen as a graphic, was that last season without Sean Lee, the Cowboys go 1-4, and this year without him, 3-1, now make it 4-1. So that's unbelievable.
That's night and day. But we got to give credit to the front office, too, because a lot of people, I was included, I'll jump in there once again, that didn't like the pick at 19, but they stayed firm. Did they not, G? They stayed firm with LVE 4. They stayed firm. They did not move. They made it known that they were going to pick him. Everybody were talking, because I knew like a couple weeks before that they were going to stay with LVE. I just didn't believe it, but they stayed true to it. They believed in him. Another Boise State product, and it's not like the Boise State players. We remember I was busting like this. If you play for Boise State and you go to Cowboys, you're making a squad. But it seems like they do very well with the Cowboys.
Yeah, he was at the top of the Cowboys draft board the whole offseason. I mean, we already knew before the draft even happened, if he was available at 19, he was the pick. We knew that.
Tyrone Crawford had a big game as well, and so did DeMarcus Lawrence. 1.5 sacks, 7 tackles. And, man, he's a Boise State product. Where's Tyrone Crawford? Boise State. So them guys stayed up big. And a big shout-out to the defensive line. I know the offensive line played great, but shout-out to the defensive line, because, remember, Dallas was missing David Irvin, Taco Charlton, Daniel Ross, and Antoine Woods. That was huge. And to see those guys with the makeshift guys, because remember I kept on bringing up that the guys may be tired in the third and fourth quarter, Tevin Coleman and them gashing them, but they still stayed true, fought through it. And you got to give a big shout out to the defensive line, because they kept Matt Ryan. He didn't throw over 300 yards a day. I think he threw for like 291, and that's what he does. So shout outs to that defensive line, that makeshift defensive line. They came through.
Malik Collins had a big game.
Yes, Malik Collins, huge game. Shout out to Malik Collins.
Going through on our Facebook comments, we're not going to be able to get everybody's comment, but I want to give some shout-outs. Zach Winchell, Jasmine Flowers, Marcus Hawkins, Joshua Sold Out Williams. I don't know how you got that name, but that's pretty cool on Facebook. David Royce, Raheem Scott, Juan Madrid. Got you.
There you go. It got it. Madrid.
Said it right this time. Robbie McLean, Sydney Wearing.
Yep.
Dallas Peppers, Dunny Gunsman. All you guys leaving us comments, you know we love you. We appreciate you. You guys are here every week with us. Hap CMD says Byron Jones.
Yes, got to get shot.
That guy too.
Yes, shout outs to Byron Jones. Awuze. Here's a message to Cheeto. I met you actually a month and a half ago. I didn't get to say anything to you, but next time I see you, Cheeto, and you might get mad at me, that's okay, because I'm sure everybody might say it to you too. But I'm just gonna tell you, if I see you again, turn your head around. Please, just turn your head around. Just turn your head around. Just when you know it's coming, you know when you're one-on-one with Julio Jones, you know it. Just turn around, because it'll help you, and just put your hand out then. I will like it better if you turn your head around. They're gonna have a drill where they have Anthony Brown and Cheeto making them turn their heads around. Just run and turn your head around. Just run and turn your head around. That needs to be the drill for you, because Byron Jones does it and Jordan Lewis does it, but you two don't.
What's going on, Renee Huckleberry on Facebook Live? Thanks for tuning in and your comment. Antonio Bynum, John Wilkins, Jesse Oviedo, Wiseman Santana.
I want some more Glory Hole.
And now I need to come over. Before we get to Glory Hole, I got to get to my guy, Chaz Jewell, over here on YouTube. He gives us a $2 donation in our super chat and says, you guys tailgating the Indianapolis Cowboys game or what?
Yeah, we get to make that happen. We're going to be at that game.
I think we'll definitely be up over there. Whether we're in the stadium or not, we'll definitely be doing something for that.
We're doing a show too. So
something special for that game for sure.
So make sure you're there.
Let me give some YouTube quick shout-outs. Samoa versus everybody, Mikey Garza, B. Parker, Trey Craig, Virginia's Finest, Brian Hartley, Anthony Lavelle, Robert Collins, Quentin Flowers, Daryl Branscombe, Matthew Herron, Cameron Cabin, Abdullah87, Stevie Mack, our guy is in there, Slim Cuddy.
Slim Cuddy's too.
We love you guys. You guys are here every single show.
Heck yeah, faithful.
Tim Williams, Osmond2354.
54321.
Love the YouTube names. Harold Cowboys Mart, that's our guy.
Cowboys Mart.
Jazzy Jeff, he said LVE's a beast.
Yeah, he is. don't forget about Jalen Smith.
Dos Terrell says Cowboys D-line is real, honestly, or the D is real. Honestly, that's the only reason we won the game.
I mean, they kept us in it. They kept fighting and fighting. And, hey, let's not forget about the one big play, too, G. When they were about to score the touchdown, and LVE had the big knockdown on Hooper. So the linebacking core, Jalen Smith has played good as well. They just bounce off each other. And we were, the 7th-ranked defense going into this game. So imagine what we probably were, because we kept Matt Ryan under 300 yards passing. They didn't run over, I think, they didn't have a ball carrier over 50 yards today. So that's, once again, the defense prevailed. So I'm excited for the fact that I like the young players. Now, am I still suspect on Garrett and them? Yes, I am. But we won today, and I'll take that.
Looking at YouTube, DK's The Cowboys Suite says Colombo's getting the O-line back to normal, and Zeke is benefiting huge.
He said he would, didn't he? Didn't he say he'd get back to nasty? And, but here, we got to find out if anybody, because we're doing a live feed right now, check out on Tyron Smith, please, because he went down. He was walking on his own power, but he had back spasms all this week. And, his back has been a bad thing for him.
I think also Crawford had some kind of injury.
Crawford had a little bit of injury, so that's another person on the defensive line that would be not missed. We need those guys back Thursday. We need those guys Thursday. So you guys have to get healthy, because that's a huge game, because we could take the NFC East. Wouldn't we be back in first place if we beat the Redskins?
I believe so.
We would be back in first place if we win that game. So, wow. And what's so crazy is it's not that the NFC is so good or the NFC East is so good. It's just not that great, and we need to take advantage of it, because I still think we are a kind of mediocre type team. But since the rest of the league or the NFC East is kind of uneven, this is our best chance to win it.
On YouTube, what's going on? Young Wilson, John Jones, Miguel Galvez, Cilento Grant, Caden H., Carlos Warrior, M. White Jr. Appreciate all your comments. Big D Hernandez. And then on Facebook, we're coming back over here with Wendy Mason, Jessica Haggerty.
What's up, Jessica?
Sieber, Laded Edwards, Julie Gildry, Jace Ray. Appreciate all your comments right now. Let's talk about something else in this game. Zeke's performance today was huge. 201 total yards. Let's just talk a little bit about that. Like, what were you most impressed with, I guess, from what you've seen from him? You said he kind of seemed like he had something back in, like a boost in his step. Or?
Yeah, it just seemed like he has his burst back. It looks like he was, a little sluggish early in the year, but it could have been due to the offensive line too. As much as I'm going to give Zeke that credit because he was running hard and he looked fresh, he had 7 catches for over 70 yards as well. So that's where you're talking about the 200 yards in production. He was actually our leading receiver today, which was awesome. But when you look at, you got to give Mark Colombo that credit, man, but look at how he was getting his yards, but it was like those hard yards. You know what I mean? Remember how Garrett talks about the dirty yards? It was like when he was getting 1 or 2 or 3, 4 yards, it was tough yards. Now it looks like it was free flowing. Now, we have to understand Atlanta's defense is a little decimated through injuries, but it just looks like Colombo, like he said, we got to get back to being nasty. We got to get back to being mean like we were before. And that's what it seems like. Once he's took over, because he only took over in half a week. The full 2 weeks, we've won. Zeke has had over 100 yards rushing, both of those games. Full games that he has been able to coast the line. So you got to say Mark Colombo has made the huge difference in Zeke's game. That's what I noticed. If I talk about Zeke, I got to bring it back to Colombo.
Jace Ray says, wow, you actually pronounced my name right. I'm hitting these on point today.
Man, he been on point with these names, dude. Like, we was sitting next to each other, and he was rattling off these names like he was one of them interpreters. Like, they sit there, he was doing that today, and he was getting them on point. Now, if you ask Big Game James to pronounce them names, don't do it. I'm going to chew your name up and spit it out, and you ain't going to like it. So please ask Producer G Voltron to do that.
Looking on Facebook, Sarah Sean Harry wants to know how many yards Dak had. We'll get to Dak in just a sec. Patrick
12-2.
Patrick Monford says, I'll take the win. Yeah. Robert Larson said, not missing Connor Williams. Danny Vanilla says, I'm glad the coaching staff can figure out how to run an offense halfway through the season. Mark Turner says, we want the Redskins.
Yes, we want the Redskins.
What's going on? Tommy Miller, Giovanni Ramirez. Sieber says, Big Game James and JK. It's Producer G today, Sieber. appreciate you watching.
JK was in the feed if you want to know, though.
Was.
He was in the feed today, and shout out to you, JK. If you were watching, we appreciate you, dog. Still love you.
And then real quick on YouTube, just a couple more, if anybody new turned in. ITZ Jordan, Diego Mestez, Kelly Stewart, what's going on? Charles Mayfield, Ron Smith in there on YouTube, LVE all the way, yes. Jack Wilson, Tribe of Sachar, 888. The YouTube names get a little crazy. Chris Shaw's in there. Appreciate you guys. Andrew D. Call. Let's talk a little bit about Dak. What were his numbers, and what did you think about him today?
Like I said, I think it was 22 for 36 for 202.
I didn't know if you might have had him pulled up there so we could tell him exactly what the numbers were.
Yeah, go ahead and grab them exact numbers. But I'm pretty close. So
well, it needs to be on point.
Well, get it on point
for a video
cut.
Right.
So anyway, my thoughts on Dak Prescott. He persevered. Now you got to go back to the tape and see if he missed anything. Looks like there was a few passes he missed here or there. He had the great pass to Cole Beasley that he dropped for the touchdown. But all in all, I think Dak's performance was very good for the simple fact that we were talking about on the air when we were actually doing the game how he looked assertive. He looked like when he's in that quick kind of motion, when you kind of keep that quick tempo with him, he's good. Dak always seems good when he doesn't have to sit there and hold the ball and take forever. When it's like 1, 2, 3, get it, he goes. So the fact that we were kind of battling back and forth and it looked uneven, the fact that he still kept on persevering, he took the long drive and he scored the touchdown, had a couple good passes that he threw, one to Beasley over the middle that was huge. He got rushed. Beasley reset and he came back over the middle and he threw that wobbler. It was ugly, but the fact that he saw him first and then he reset and still hit Beasley on a big play, that was what stood out to my mind. He was hitting those big plays when we needed them. The third downs, the 2nd and 8s, he was moving the ball. He was keeping them when he needed to on the RPO. So he made good decisions today, and he had a sack where he had a little tape on his ankle, but Dak is a warrior, and he will always come back and fight. He's not going to just sit on that bench, and that's what I love about him.
Yeah, I know that it's superstition, but for me, I don't know about you guys in the comments, but I like him wearing those long sleeves. I think it has something to do with it. I want to see more long sleeve wearing from Dak. Something just different about him in the field. But
he had the glove last year.
Let's see what – hey, it started working. So let's see what happens with these long sleeves. Keep them long sleeves on, Dak. I think you're going to be all right. David Alexander on YouTube with the big $20 contribution.
Oh, heck to the
He says Columbia made it real. Hey. Silver and Blue Nation from the womb.
Hey,
go Cowboys.
From the womb to the tomb, baby.
David,
shout out to you.
Make sure you're with us over on Facebook and our other social media platforms as well. So
we gotta get you a shirt.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do something like that for you, Mr. David Alexander. We appreciate you.
Heck yeah, we do. Thank you. Definitely from the bottom of my hearts on that one. That's real.
So back into the game. Let's talk a little bit about the coaching staff. Jason Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about him still? I think a lot of people still are like, same thing for me.
I mean, it doesn't change with me. Even before the season, I basically said I didn't care about the regular season. If you ever watched our shows, you would know that I was saying that as far as with Garrett with me, I still don't think he's the guy to take us there. But I said he's only judged with me with playoffs now. He has to get to the playoffs and do something in the playoffs. I don't care about that regular season no more with Jason Garrett. He's been with us 9 years and only got one playoff win and only a few playoff appearances. So this is what he has to show to me is get to the playoffs and not just get to the playoffs, win in the playoffs. So this doesn't show anything to me but that, hey, the team never quits on him. That's the thing I would give to Garrett. More than anything, the team does never quit on him. They will always continue to fight for him, and I don't think the players dislike him. I never said I dislike the dude. I just think he's an average coach. I think he's an 8-8, 9-7 guy. That's just what I think he is, and until he proves different, I'm going to think that, just like with Tank Lawrence. Tank Lawrence kept on saying, I'm a 10-sack guy. I'm this, I'm that, and you know what? Your first 3 years, you only had 9 sacks, so I wasn't believing it. I can only believe what I see. So when he came in and got the 14.5, I'm like, but guess what? He's coming back this year and showing it again. So I'm not, let's pay that man. You know what? Garrett, you got to prove it again. You can prove me wrong. I ain't nobody, but guess what? You still got to prove it. You got to get in these playoffs and you got to do something in these playoffs. So as far as me thinking you beyond and being with the staff beyond, I'm still not thinking that. I still want somebody else in there.
Yep, I agree. I think most people in here would agree with you. I still don't think there's any real Jason Garrett supporters. If there are, let us know.
There probably some. You know,
I'd like to hear from you.
Vach is.
Vach is?
Oh, he loves some Jason Garrett.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He probably, if you listen to this Vach, you can hear me say it. I said it.
He's good with 9 years of mediocrity. That's cool. Appreciate you, Vach. I love your film breakdowns and all that.
Vach is the man. Oh, and let me give you a plug to that. Go check out, if you're talking out good film tape, check out Vach Lombardi. Of course, Law Nation, you know he brings it, but check out Vach Lombardi and his Vach Lombardi film sessions. Them things is on point, dog. If you really want some good stuff, you need to go check out his page, Facebook and YouTube.
Speaking of Facebook, let me give a little Facebook love to Terrence Jones, Annette, Tyler Bridgestock, Mama T.
Tyler Bridgestock's first time, too.
Dave Billair. Tyler, we appreciate you. Hopefully you like the show. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Turn on notifications. Give us a thumbs up. Share the video. Arturo Lugo's in there. Our guy.
Always.
Manu Silanoa. Hopefully I said that right.
You're good with him. It feels good.
Chris Beastie Searle. How'd you get Beastie as your middle name? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
I want to know.
But you know what? You know how you were sitting there, G, and you was like, we scored a touchdown, but I ain't getting excited.
Yeah, because it was a Dak run.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But this victory, I'm excited for. I just really wanted to beat them Falcons. I just really wanted to beat you Falcons this year. You're a team I really wanted to beat, and I think that's why I'm more excited. If it was somebody else, I'd probably be like, yeah, we won. But I really wanted to beat them Falcons because everybody kept on pointing to the Falcons that like they just destroyed our psyche and our mindset last year. That's not what happened. Your boy Claiborne played against a bum, Chaz Green. That's what happened, okay? And we didn't have a LVE or have another linebacker. And you had Jalen Smith, who basically was not ready for his first year. You know what I mean? Now you have a second-year Jalen Smith. Now you have a LVE who's the truth. Now you have a defense who is a lot better than last year. And guess what? You got an offensive line that's pretty good, and you got an offensive line coach who's doing the right thing this year. And that's the biggest difference between last year and this year.
And back to YouTube. Before we wrap this thing up, we were just going to do a quick 30-minute post-game reaction here. We just got a couple more minutes left. We sat there and did the play-by-play. Some of you watched on YouTube and Facebook. We appreciate you for that. We're going to try to do that every week.
Dr. Doomsday, what's up?
Dr. Doomsday, ain't heard from him in a while.
What's
Xavier
up?
Giles.
What's up, Xavier?
Nick Rich, Stevie Mack. And let's not always forget to thank our patrons,
Yes.
Katina Wright, Janiqua Russell, Eric Kashani, Will Richards. Appreciate all you guys.
Marvin
Janiqua
Hargrove.
Russell.
Marvin Hargrove.
Mr. Hargrove. It's
He just
unbelievable. Chris Karoga. Danek. I'm looking on YouTube again real quick. And Peter Gorman, Jeffrey Santos, Chris Shaw. If you guys aren't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that thumbs up if you're watching this video right now.
Like the page.
And we just appreciate all you guys, all the support every week when we do these live streams. It's all for you guys. Us as well.
What's up,
I mean,
Danny?
we're all fans. It's just for everybody. Everybody who's a fan of the Cowboys, this is your show, the platform, the voice of the fans.
Yes, sir.
And we're just trying to just keep talking good Cowboys football, and hopefully we can get something rolling here on Thanksgiving. I'm not sure what we're going to do this week for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because I forgot it's a tough week because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so
but we do. Hey,
we'll figure something out.
We do got a mini series getting ready to come up. You need to check it out. We're going to start having that during the week, right, G? It's going to be a mini series that you're definitely. I'm telling you, you're going to love this. It's going to be more of us. The behind the scenes kind of thing. We're going to have our fun, and we're going to be breaking down Cowboys football, but you're going to see more of us and how we kind of do it and how we be a little more raw and having a little more fun. So make sure you take it. I'm telling you, you're going to like this series. You're going to like this mini series. We're going to have a good time, and you're going to be laughing and having fun. Trust me.
It's a good time to be a Cowboys fan right now because now you're coming into Thanksgiving.
5-5.
You're on a 2-game winning streak.
We ain't had it all year.
You haven't had a winning streak for like a whole season, basically, going back to last season.
2 on the road.
2 on the road. It's looking good. You're feeling good. Now you come back home. You got division on the line against the Redskins. Thursday night football.
With a backup
afternoon,
QB.
Thanksgiving.
Backup QB. The
Colt
receivers
McCoy.
are hurt.
Unbelievable opportunity here for the Cowboys.
Right
but
here.
again, we've seen in the past Cowboys not take advantage of these opportunities. This is a chance for them to do that.
Show us, Garrett. Show us. This is opportunity. You got 2 wins right here. You know Jerry's geeked right now. You know Jerry is geeked right now. I told y'all. I told you Jason Garrett was okay. I told you Jason Garrett could do it. I told you Jason Garrett. No. We're taking the game.
To have a bad time.
We're taking the game by day.
And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole.
You love them or you hate them, but you will tune in and turn in to see what people are saying about them. That's why they call America's team.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
And G, you know Michael Irvin is going to be going nuts.
Oh, he's going to be sweating his ass off.
Michael Irvin will be sweating his butt off When you ask him, he said, I told you they get Amari Cooper Super Bowl. I love freaking Michael, man. He's the ultimate homer. Like, you're the ultimate homer.
What's up, Freddie Carino, Hap CMD, Jacob Marshall, Jawan James, Mathis Fender.
James.
He said, don't talk Colt McCoy. Last time he torched us at home. Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's all right. I can talk Colt McCoy if I want to.
Yes, he did. I actually am a personal fan of Colt. I like Colt McCoy. I think he's good. I always thought he never got a good chance.
But I'm going to talk about Colt McCoy. I ain't worried about him torching us last time because we didn't have a great defense last time. We have a lot better defense. We have a lot better players than we played against them. And if I recall, Romo was hurt that game, wasn't he? Didn't he get his back hurt that game when Colt McCoy beat us in Washington? I believe he did, because Romo started out in the first half and then they kicked him in his back or something like that.
That was at home. I was actually at that game.
So I'm not worried about Colt McCoy is a good quarterback, but I'm not worried about Colt McCoy, okay? Let's just play good defense.
I went to that game in 2014. That was a year I think we were sitting at about 7-1 at the time or something like that. And yeah, that was a game where Romo got the knee into the back. Yes. Before we sign off, just a few last YouTube shout-outs. Chris Cook, David Alexander. We got a lot of haters that love to just watch the whole show. It's great. Angelo Pleasance, Virginia's finest. Stevie Mack says producer G Voltron and Big Game James always killing it.
Thank you, sir.
Big Daddy said Skins lose, we win. They lose their quarterbacks. The stars are aligning.
Yes, they are. Hopefully.
It feels good. Like I said, it's a great time to be a Cowboys fan right now this week.
It feels good. Yeah.
You got to feel good about where you're at as a Cowboys fan. You got a chance to take your division on Thursday. You're coming off a 2-game winning streak. You're feeling pretty solid. I still don't feel great about the offense, but if we can somehow continue to get this type of production from Zeke, I think we'll be fine.
Hey, as long as Colombo, he looks like he's got that line together. But let me give Ed Hollenbeck, go to Silver and Blue Nation on our YouTube and subscribe. If you're looking for that channel, type in Silver with not the and, but the little and symbol.
Ampersand.
Ampersand. Is that what it's called?
That's the name of that symbol, yes.
Okay, the ampersand. Go ahead and hit that, and then you'll see us pop right up on YouTube. Like and subscribe to that, and make sure you are always checking in on that content.
Another way to get to it is youtube.com/Silver Blue Nation.
Nice. Yep. There it is.
So that's it, guys. We appreciate you all checking us out.
Oh, it's going to be a good drive home, ain't it, G?
Tavia, real quick, Tommy Miller and Tavia Kelly in the Facebook Lives talking about 2014. Check your dates. It's 2018. Yes.
No, they're not talking about that. What they're talking about is Big Marvin Hargrove is like, I hate to bring it up, but Cole beat us in 2014. They're like, no, who cares? It's 2018 now, not 2014.
Oh, I got you.
So that's what they're saying. Because I was looking at that too, and I was like, hold up. But then how I seen how they said it, they were like, this is 2018, dude. We ain't talking about 2014. Feel me? This is 2018. We ain't worried about no Colt McCoy.
Yes, yes. Well, that's it, guys. We appreciate you all who checked us out on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you tune back. Just stay up to date with us because we're always going to bring something new, some new content. We'll figure it out for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we'll be in the lab. We'll be talking. We'll figure it out. But
something will go down for you.
Something's going down. I mean, I'm going to keep it real. I ain't tripping on the Thanksgiving because at the end of the day, my folks, it's another day. It's just another day we're
meet you up here.
You know what I'm saying? I can come up here and we can do a show. I ain't tripping on that Thanksgiving food. We can bring our Thanksgiving food right here, dude, and just have it right here.
You just heard it, folks. We will bring you a in-game play-by-play on Thanksgiving.
In-game play-by-play Thanksgiving. We're going to bring the food here. We'll bring our Thanksgiving, all our peoples. Make sure you contribute. If you're listening to us, contribute your Thanksgiving food and hook up Big Game James and producer G Voltron and let us give our big Thanksgiving plate. Let's eat right here and let's talk about the game. And then y'all get in here with us and let's talk about it. And we're going to have a good time. Does that sound like a date, y'all?
Let's talk about it.
Make a date. Silver and Blue Nation, Thursday.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
All right, we love you guys. We'll talk to you guys here real soon. That's Big Game James.
And that's producer G Voltron.
And how about them Cowboys one more time? We're out.
Peace.